Good evening, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. My name is Jordie James. I'm a psychic medium and I am very happy to be here today. Oh, it's a bit dark over there. I forgot to put my lights on. That's okay. So today's really interesting. I've been feeling a little bit energetically under the weather over the last couple of days, but I totally understand what's going on. So when I go through these sort of things, I always know that I am shifting, and I've been going through a lot of shifts over the last couple of months and very, very energetically aware of the energies that are going around as well. So I always know that when I'm feeling a bit like this, I know that I'm going through a beautiful purge and a beautiful shift of my energy. So I try and do as much as I can for myself, i.e., look after myself, self care, and really sort of know what I can and can't eat, to make sure I drink heaps of water, and really allow myself to be in a space of healing, which is always important. And it's really interesting when I'm going through a healing phase, I don't have a lot of clients and students either because I'm having a space, being in that space. So being aware of this is quite important. And I feel like I need to point this out today is that when we're empaths and when we are connected to energy of spirit, universe, and what's going on around us, sometimes we feel that it might not be us, it might be other people, or that we think it's ours, but it's actually not. So the way that I normally work out if it's mine or if it's someone else's is I sit back and go, okay, would I normally feel like this normally? What is going on around me at the moment, what stress levels, what. So I always do a self check, and it's really important that we do self check and look after our energy. And I always have black tourmaline with me, just to have boundaries and just to protect my energy as well. And it's also a really good grounding one as well. I love black tourmaline. Black tourmaline and red jasper are really, really good as well. So, sorry, might help if I have it properly. Got a beautiful love heart and red jasper, and it keeps me grounded. This one's a really good grounding stone. So, yeah, so realistically, especially coming up to the silly season, because we're only a couple of weeks away, and you've got beautiful Thanksgiving coming up next week. So, over in the States. So, the start of the silly season is starting to really progress. So, it's all really good now to start doing some little routines every morning or every night before, either before you start your day or at the end of the day, and really allow yourself to self check in, be grateful, and write things down that may be bothering you or maybe getting a little bit antsy around. So it's always good to do the self checks. And I feel like doing it every day, especially coming up to Christmas, so you've got a clear mind about what you're doing and where you're going. And I do send a lot of healing out to you all over in the Northern Hemisphere, because you are going through the second or third wave of this virus that's going around. And I just want to send my big heartfelt healing and hugs to you all going through this at this particular time. So with no further ado, and I know Christmas is going to be a little bit crazy, cray cray. I call it cray cray, because, and we've actually, in one of our beautiful states, South Australia, they've gone into lockdown now, because they're starting to get a little bit of an extra wave. In Victoria, thank God, we've been double zeros for about 17 days, I think. So it's been really nice to have a little bit of freedom, and I'm going away this weekend with my beautiful husband for our wedding anniversary, so I'm very excited about that. So it is a week early, but we've decided to do it a week before our anniversary, so we can go, because we're picking up a puppy next week. So I might have a puppy to show you next Thursday. I'm very excited. So with no further ado, I have the beautiful Karen from Apple Valley, California. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thank you.
That's good. I hope that you haven't been affected by the fires or anything. Are you south or north of where everything is at the moment?
I'm actually in Apple Valley, so I'm in the desert area. A lot of the
Oh,
fires
okay.
I think are either north or south.
Oh, perfect. That's all right. I always hear, when I hear California, I'm like going, oh, I just because I've got a couple of friends in Napa Valley, so I just want to sort of make sure that you're safe and everything. So, Karen, thank you so much for calling in. How would you like me to work for you today? Would you like me to work psychically with what's going on around you, or mediumshiply, which is connecting with loved ones?
I'm actually interested in learning more about the relationship that I'm currently in. So probably
Okay.
psychically, I would go for
Yeah,
that.
sure. Not a problem. Okay, so as I connect, I'm just going to quickly connect with you. Oh my God, you're like a ray of sunshine. I feel as I connect with your energy, I know, and it's really interesting. I was just talking about this. You've been going through a couple of energy shifts or a couple of things that you feel are no longer serving you anymore, or just being in a state of going, yeah, I don't really like to be in that space. Does that make sense to you? I feel like you've been shifting a little bit.
Yes, I've made a lot of changes within the past few years of
Thank
my
you.
life. So very
Yeah,
much.
and I feel like I feel like you've only in the last month or two, some of the puzzle pieces are finally clicking into place for you. So you've actually become more of who you are. Now we always go through, does that make sense? Sorry.
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. And I just love your energy. And it's just like, I want to say I'm bouncing off the walls with you. So I know you're like this beautiful pixie that just likes to bounce and have so much fun and joy. And you've got this beautiful social butterfly type of energy around you, which is absolutely gorgeous. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And I just feel like I want to go. We always go through motions of finding ourselves, and we always go through different evolvement stages of our life. And I really feel like you've just finished this next evolvement of yourself and evolution and all that sort of thing. Um, and I just feel like with the relationship that you're in, have you been in this relationship for 2 to 3 years or something?
No, it's very new. This
Okay.
gentleman that I met is very recent.
Okay, so is it only 2 to 4 months or something, or there's something around 2 to 4 as I feel around this?
That's
But I do
that's
feel,
correct.
sorry, thank you. Because I got the 2 to 4, and sometimes I can mix up between months and years. So I'm just sort of having, so I do apologize for that. Now, it's really interesting because I feel as I connect with him and for you, it's more of a case of how you're walking side by side, and there's just this beautiful sort of understanding of common sort of awareness between the two of you, that you don't overpower each other, or you're not always in each other's pockets. Does that make sense at the moment?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. And you both respect each other's ideas. I just want to say, do you guys have a conversation that you could be like, oh, yeah, we'll only speak for 15 minutes and end up going for 2 hours?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Because I just feel like I want to go, oh, I can only talk for 10 minutes, and then you're on the phone for about 2 to 3 hours. So it's this beautiful
Certainly.
sort of way of communication, and it's like a breath of fresh air because you don't have to work for it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Thank you. Because the previous relationships, I feel like you had to do all the work, and you're just always like wanting to do things. And whereas this beautiful relationship you have now is more like someone throws an idea out and they go, and your partner goes, oh yeah, let's do that. Or he throws something out and you go, oh yeah, that would be awesome. So it's like you both respect each other's company, but also individuality as well.
Yes.
And Karen, the way I see this relationship, I just want to say, just walk. It's like taking baby steps, like take one step at a time. I do feel like I want to say, you feel like you've known him for ages. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, that does.
It's like a soul connection between the two of you. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I do feel, does he not live close to you? Because I feel like he's a couple of hours away or something.
Um, No, actually, he's about a half an hour from where I live.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I just feel like then there's something about going away or being away for like going away 2 hours away from you or something. But I just feel like I want to go. There's a holiday or there's something planned for a weekend away or something. But I just want to acknowledge this. But I do feel that you're actually, because you've worked so hard on yourself, you're in a really good place now for this relationship to work.
Wonderful.
Okay, does that make sense? Because man, I feel like you've done a lot of healing and you've really looked after yourself, and there's such this beautiful space of you going, I'm actually where I'm meant to be right now in who I am. So I'm ready for this relationship to just come in and just be like it's like a gift. I feel like it just came out of nowhere for you. Does this make sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's like you just go, oh yeah, I'm ready, and then it just sort of showed itself. And he's absolutely gorgeous, and I do feel like he's got a little bit of a confidence thing, and I just feel like I want to go, just it's like a building trust with both of you. So may I leave that with you, Karen? It's just an awesome. I feel like I want to say I'm really excited for this relationship. So, can I leave that with you, darling?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Have a lovely Thanksgiving next weekend as well, please, darling. And thinking of you all over there. And thanks, Karen, for calling in today. Blessings and hugs, everyone. Have a great week. And I will chat to you next week. All right. Bye for now.